Yo, what's up guys? In this video, we're going to be taking a look at what the most profitable Slayer tasks are. Now I'm not going to be judging these on money made per hour, I'm going to be judging these on money made per task. So because I'm doing this, I'm not going to include any bossing, because obviously if you get a Black Dragon task for example and you go to the QBD, that is going to be a very profitable task. So it will be kind of cheating just to include bossing, so that's why I'm not going to do it in this video. Now a lot of the money made for each of these tasks that I'm going to show you are quite similar. The only exception to this is the number 1 slot, and I'll show you that later. And the figures that I'm going to be showing you are based on my personal experience and also data that I've gathered from others. But anyway, let's get into it. At number 5 we have Nihils. Now I was debating whether to stick Nihils or Ganodermic Beasts at number 5, but I went with Nihils just because I actually prefer them myself. The Slayer XP that you get from killing these are quite bad. It's like 20k to 45k depending on how many you get assigned, and the GP per task is around 1.5 mil to 3 mil. The maximum amount that Movrun can sign is like 110, so you should be able to do this within like half an hour. And if you do get the high amount of 110, then you should get around 3 mil like I stated. Also, I recommend killing these smoke Nihils, and I recommend using range as well. I actually have a Nihil guide that will explain further on how to kill them if you are interested in doing them, so I'll leave a link to that in the description. And also don't forget that you need the Fate of the Gods quest to do them. I actually really enjoy doing Nihils, they're quite fun, I camped them for quite a while. I just recommend killing the smoke ones because they're quite easy and don't have an annoying special ability, so that will make your Slayer task go quicker if you should decide to do them. But bear in mind that the Nihils do give different Slayer XP per one that you kill. For example, the blood one gives the most Slayer XP, so if you kill that one instead of the shadow like I recommend, then you should get almost double the XP that is stated on the screen. Also, these are just great combat XP in general, so that just makes them not only good money per task but good XP as well. Coming in at number 4 we have Celestial Dragons. Now these give a great amount of XP per task, and the XP that you can get from them are 145k to 175k Slayer XP, and just like Nihils, the money per task is around 1.5 mil to 3 mil. Now I'm not sure if me putting Celestial Dragons at number 4 is going to get a lot of criticism, because a lot of you actually do jerk over Celestial Dragons, even though within some tasks they're just not that good. Yes, they're always going to be good XP per task, but the money per task sometimes is lackluster. That being said, you can even sometimes exceed the amount of money that I've shown on screen. Yes, I know some Celestial Dragon tasks will give you like 4 mil, but it ever really goes that high if you get multiple visages, and also very rarely you can go lower than the money I showed. I know people that have only got like 1.2 mil or 1.3 mil from a Celestial Dragons task, but obviously, you know, like I said, that's very rare, and the amount that you should expect from one task is, like I said, 1.5 mil to around 3 mil. At number 3 we have Elves. Now you can get 120k to 145k Slayer XP per task, and then as for the money, you should earn around 2 mil to 3 mil per task. Elves are just very consistent and good money as well as XP. In my opinion, they're a lot more consistent than Celestial Dragons, so yeah, that's why they are placed at number 3. I don't think there's a big argument around the fact that Elves deserve to be on this list. Every time I've done an Elves task, it's been between 2 and 3 mil. On the very rare occasion, it'll go a little bit under 2 mil, or on the rare occasion as well, it will go over 3 mil. I recently had a task where I made like 3.6 mil I think, because I got Razorback Gauntlets, and they're just a unique drop that you can get from the Elves as well. So if you do get one of those during your task, the money will just keep adding up. At number 2 we have my new favourite task, and those are Rune Dragons. Now for Rune Dragons you'll get in between 92k and 150k XP per task, and you should expect to make around 2.5 to 4 mil. And that money is just from the consistent drops that the Rune Dragons give you, and this does not include in any way the boot upgrades that they drop. For those of you that don't know, Rune Dragons can drop the Glaven Wingtip, the Steadfast Scale, and the Ragefire Gland in order to upgrade the Glaven, Steadfast and Ragefire boots. Each of these drops are worth around 23 mil each, and they have a 1 in 512 drop chance, and you can only get them whilst you're on a Slayer task. So if I were you, don't camp them off task, just wait until you get a Rune Dragons task and then do them, because like I said, if you're doing these whilst you're on a Slayer task, you have a chance to get a 23 mil drop. And I don't know about you guys, but whenever I'm doing a Slayer task or a boss, and they have a potential to drop an item that's worth a lot of money, then I enjoy doing them a lot more. I don't know what it is, I think it's just the thrill to have a chance to get the high value drop, but anyway, yeah, just chasing those drops just makes me want to kill more. Finally, at number 1, you may have guessed it, yes, it's Edimmus. I feel like I've mentioned this creature a lot in my recent videos, because I guess I've just made videos that are kind of tied to it, but yeah, this in my opinion is the number 1 money making Slayer task. On top of getting 7 mil to 12 mil GP per task, you will also be getting 150k to 230k Slayer XP per task. Now let's talk about the GP. The main reason you make so much money from these guys is because they drop all the crystal items, and people use these crystal items to train up their invention. So ever since invention was released, the money that you made per task here has just increased, and because of this increase, this has made them the number 1 money making Slayer task. I don't think there's anyone out there that disagrees with this. Obviously, like I said, I am excluding bossing. However, they do have one big requirement to access them, and that is 115 dungeoneering. And on top of needing 115 dungeoneering, you can only kill them whilst you're on a Slayer task. So you can't just camp these for hours on end, otherwise everyone would be doing it and the money per hour would go down significantly. But anyway, yeah, that's the end of the video, a nice little top 5 for you. Let me know what you guys thought about this list and what you change around. These are just the top 5 that make the most money in my opinion, and the ones that I'd prefer doing making money over the others. So yeah, let me know what you would change, and as always, thank you for watching, subscribe if you're new, and peace!